Hi, it's German freaking Solar Roadways time. Yes, again, third video in last 4 videos. This is insane. Every time I do a new Solar Roadways video, somebody points out some new project I haven't seen, some new photo, some new news, whatever. We just have to keep on covering this because it's hilarious. Anyway, long-standing EEVblog forum member Frank Buss, who's from Germany, pointed out this German Solar Freakin Roadways, and spoiler alert, sorry, we'll get into what happened to it. Anyway, here it is. It's the Soul Move. Let's get into it. Oh, look, it's award-winning. Smart Green Award 2018. Oh, look at all these awards. Drive on the street of the future. Build smart solar roads that can supply electric cars with clean power and information. Power generation and inductive charging with solar roads. Solar streets are the sustainable answer to the untapped potential of roads, railways, and park railways. Wow, that's new. Our flexible solar modules can produce large amounts of clean energy on horizontal surfaces, save 100% CO2. Yeah, what amount of embodied energy went into manufacturing these things, and where did the energy come from? Thank you very much. That can enable e-mobility with added inductive charging technology. We'll look at the technology. Why do solar roads make sense? Using existing services. Solar streets enable twofold use of existing services as traffic route. Oh, we've heard it all before. Conventional renewable energy, blah, blah, blah. Finance road construction. Our stable photovoltaic modules can revolutionize road construction. Oh, hundreds of years of road construction technology. We're just going to revolutionize it overnight with these things. Yeah, okay, we'll see the results shortly. They can be used directly or fed in the grid for a feed-in tariff. With the money, municipalities can refinance the modernization of roads. Yeah, just like the French one. Yeah, just like the Solar Freakn Roadways in the US. Just like the Netherlands one. That they all produced like naffle energy, and it started falling off a cliff once the things got dirty and damaged. It's unbelievable. Germany alone, a horizontal suitable for solar roads. Only 1,400 square kilometers? Oh, square kilometers. Right, okay. Yeah, of horizontal surfaces suitable for solar roads could supply 20 million cars. Wow, you can power 20 million electric cars. You want to run the numbers on that? I couldn't be bothered. This is just going to be a single take video. Reach climate limits. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Our concept is recognized. It's recognized by everyone. Innovation press. Oh, yeah. The smart genius. Genius idea. Ah, yeah, they laughed at the Wright brothers. Yep. It's been covered in the media. Well, now it's covered in the EEVblog. You can add you have my permission to add the little EEVblog logo and a link to this video. Good on ya, Soul Move. Let's have a look, because it's obviously like it's going to save the planet, and it's got inductive charging. Look at this, 1.4 square meter tiles by the looks of it. The ones that we'll see later, the pilot installation that they did in late 2018 doesn't look like it uses tiles this big. Anyway, oh, LED lighting. They're doing the Brusaw. They've gone full Brusaw. Brusaw. Sorry, I keep pronouncing that wrong. I think it's Brusaw. You never go full Brusaw. Okay, just don't do it. Heating. They're doubling down on the full Brusaw. Inductive power transmission, grip and slip resistance, easy construction, better noise absorption. Well, I hope it's better than the French one. Minimum 20 years durability. Wow, your concrete and asphalt roads don't even last 20 years. So, yeah, but these things, yeah, they've got it licked. Where to use it? Vault Street, trademark. Soul Walk, they didn't trademark that one. Couldn't be bothered. Would they run out of money? Yeah, they're 1.2 by 1.2 meters in size. Yeah, these ones you'll see later. What about safety? Driving the surface is absolutely safe and permanently possible. Permanently possible. Well, we'll see shortly. Thanks for the special surface structure materials, our modules have excellent grip and braking strength. Discharge of surface water is better than on conventional road surfaces. Really? The optimized glass surface reduces driving noise. Wow, you can sell this to the French. This is great stuff. DC voltage is limited to 30 volts. All right. What, is there a micro inverter on each one, or is each like they just keep them. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is there. Anyway, already interested? No, we're not already interested. The benefits, I haven't looked at this. Cost efficient, clean, yeah, nature friendly, yeah, blah blah. Our concept is it's recognized again. It's recognized by InnoTruck. It's got to be legit. Media, I'm sure they got a media pack. And just media articles, translate, couldn't be bothered. And the team, who's responsible for this malarkey? Diploma of Engineering, founder and CEO. Good day, Don. And Dr. Nicholas has experience, many years of experience in production in multinational companies. Doesn't say what though. Business development, internet, and marketing. Got to have a marketing person. Absolutely. He's built 2 software companies. Well, you build 2 software companies, you're obviously going to start a Solar Roadways company, because that's what you do these days. It's so trendy. Strategic company in development and product development. Awesome. Is the surface slippery, especially when wet? What is the impact of dirt? Dirt may reduce electricity generation. You think? Two different ways of cleaning. First of all, cleaning vehicles can just drive over them and keep the modules clean. So instead of putting them on pesky poles above there where, you know, the rain will just like angle them, and rain will, you know, they keep reasonably clean. I've never cleaned mine on top of my roof, and there's negligible difference, really. It's almost down in the noise, the amount of energy that I lose from not having cleaned the modules on my home roof, my 3 kilowatt installation there, showing all the data on that. Anyway, as is being done with conventional footpaths and roadways. Oh, they're being cleaned anyway, so why not? In 2 special chemical properties of the module, the photocatalytic effect on the hydrophobicity of the glass surface, whatever that is, by doping the glass surface with nanoparticles. I'm surprised there's no graphene. You've got to have graphene these days, seriously. And where's the blockchain support? Where's the, where's the distributed ledger technology? It's got, every tile needs a distributed ledger processor, I think. In other words, if it's raining, the road will be cleaned. Will the surface become dull under heavy? Is greater dull by unless allowing less? Oh, at least they admit it. It's different. Oh, but it's different. For these, the special surface structure prevents the glass from becoming dull. The special surface structure, let's have a look at it later. How will salt and grit affect the surface? Salt disintegrates and reduces the freezing point without damaging the grit, on the other hand, but not in the areas most important for light transmission. So if you get grit, it doesn't affect the light at all. An alternative to salt and grit are organic corn cob granules. That's new. Innovative. Buy futures in the corn industry. It's going to boom. They are biodegradable. Can be bought at no additional cost. What? Will snowplows damage my highway? No, the bottom is made of metal, is often assumed, but of synthetic materials which do not damage the surface. What happens in case of an accident? Surface is made of safety glass that breaks into small fragments upon destruction, as do wind. No danger from electric shocks. Voltage and current is kept low. Yeah. How much electricity? 1 square meter generates 100 watts. Okay, so 10% of efficient, because the solar insolation, not insulation, insolation, which is the amount of energy hitting the Earth's surface from the sun, roughly 1,000 watts per square meter is what we get on this planet. So they're claiming 10% for their flat tiles there. There you go. That's I'm not going to run through the calcs on the whiteboard. Average house, yeah, blah blah blah. Differentiate. Oh, how do they differentiate it from all the other winning products? There are currently 3 more actors. Yeah, US Wattway, Solar Road. I can't believe I haven't heard of this one before. 3 properties. First of all, from the bulky modules of Solar Road, heavy concrete shells of Solar Road, or the thin modules of Wattway. Oh, this one's just right. Just right. What was that? Goldilocks. It's in the Goldilocks zone of Solar Roadways. The Soul Move solar carpet can be, that's what it means, can be rolled out in existing service and ideally adapt to the ground underneath. The process is fast, flexible, reduces traffic obstructions, that unlike the existing solutions, road does not need to be torn up. A second, so just lay it on your existing asphalt roads. Just lay these tiles down. No wuckers. Recycling capability. The panels can be taken off a bit like a hook and loop fastener, rolled up and then transferred into established recyclable processes, blah, 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 blah. The final distinction resides in the surface new glass layer. Everyone reckons they got the best, the newest, most innovative glass technology. Reduces shading because of vibration and dirt to the extent that electricity yield is barely affected. Barely affected. I'd love to get my hands on one. What has to be considered when selecting which feeding options? How will the education of surface water? There are two different forms. One format is sealed, the bridges are closed, and the water is educated. It's translated, so it's moved off the edge of the road. The ridges of the second format are left open for the water to seep away between the modules. For the self-cleaning, it is favourable to use the sealed ridges. Bicycle tyres with spikes do damage to the surface. So far has been no endurance test considering when the spikes have damaged the modules. How large is the dazzling effect when the sun is lower under wet? Can dazzling effect is comparable to conventional road surfacing? Okay, this is fantastic. Anyway, we have a video. Let's go to the videotape, shall we? It's in German. So all my German viewers will understand this. I won't understand a word. But you can get the gist.
Ja, und jetzt zu dem besonderen Radweg. Er spendet Strom, schluckt Lärm und bringt Eis zum Schmelzen. Heute eröffnete Bundesumweltministerin Svenja Schulze die Strecke in Erftstadt. Natürlich
Dog and Pony Show with the ministers.
Es ist wirklich sehr innovativ. Das ist ein ganz
tolles
Projekt und deswegen bin ich heute auch gerne hier, auch im Regen.
Für die Politikerin ein Heimspiel, denn hier in Nordrhein-Westfalen war sie lange Wissenschaftsministerin. Und meine Kollegin Linda Lux hat die Solarstrecke schon vorab einmal ausprobiert.
Die ersten Fahrradfahrer versuchen sich schon auf dem ganz besonderen Radweg. Und sogar auf 4 Rädern fährt es sich prima. Die Anwohner in Erftstadt sind begeistert vom Solarradweg.
Well, it's past the walker test.
Man bleibt nicht stecken.
It's all good.
Und da ist einfach schön zu fahren.
Wenn das hier Strom liefert, ist das doch gut.
Sehr sinnvoll. Also
It's
gerade
so
tote Asphaltwege könnten im Grunde so solarmäßig genutzt werden.
Und genau das ist die Idee des ersten Solarradwegs Deutschlands. Photovoltaikplatten kennen die meisten eher aus der Ferne von Hausdächern. Doch diese Solaranlage ist wesentlich robuster, festgeklebt auf einer Fläche von knapp 200 Quadratmetern Boden. Hier kann und soll jeder drüber fahren und laufen können. Zukunftsweisend ist der ökologische Radweg, findet Donald Müller-Judex, der Gründer eines Unternehmens mit Sitz in Berlin. Es hat sich auf innovative Mobilität fokussiert. Im Video-Interview erzählt er, wie er auf die Idee gekommen ist.
Ich bin 3 Tage lang über einsame, sonnenbeschiedene Landstraßen gefahren und dachte mir dann, hey, Platz ist ja eigentlich hier genug, sondern auch, warum nicht die Straßen nutzen? Eine smarte Straße, so wie wir sie uns vorstellen, ist in China schon in Planung.
Wenn es nach ihnen ginge, könnten so bald auch E-Autos aufgeladen werden. Aber das ist noch Zukunftsmusik. Doch was schon jetzt real ist, der 90 Meter lange Radweg in Erftstadt ist ans öffentliche Netz angeschlossen. Er kann so viel Strom erzeugen, dass pro Jahr 4 Einfamilienhäuser damit auskämen. Eine Förderung in Höhe von rund 784.000 Euro gab es vom Bundesumweltministerium für das Testprojekt im Rahmen der nationalen Klimaschutzinitiative.
Wir möchten als Stadt zeigen, dass Kommunen sauberen Strom herstellen können, auch ohne das Landschaftsbild zu stören.
Der Nachteil an der horizontalen Lage der Platten ist die mögliche Vereisung im Winter, wenn sich Wasser oder Schnee ansammelt. Doch auch dafür gibt es eine Lösung.
Heute haben wir natürlich Bombenwetter, aber auch für die kommenden Wintermonate ist vorgesorgt. Die Photovoltaikanlage erkennt, wenn es glatt werden könnte und wird dann beheizt. Das bedeutet, auch im Winter kann keiner ausrutschen.
Laut Hersteller ist das sogar günstiger als der übliche Winterdienst. Und besonders alltagstauglich scheint der erste Solarradweg Deutschlands auch zu sein.
Yep. These are winning. That's winning. Absolutely winning technology right there. Doesn't get any better. And so they're interconnected modules. They must have like the actual connection, like you plug them in and they interconnect. So each one is an individual thing, and they must put them strings across, I guess, which has your 30-volt maximum or something. So I'm assuming now. Let's go have a look what happened. This was installed in, I think it was November last year. So it's like 6 months. I don't know when it actually failed or whatever. I won't go into the details. Anyway, Frank Buss went and visited it. Thank you very much, Frank. I love when viewers go out and visit this. This is absolutely fantastic. And looks a bit closed. Gosh darn it. And it looks like they put black tarp over the whole thing because they don't want it to generate any power because it's it could be dangerous, because apparently the magic smoke escaped. The magic smoke escaped. Modules melted or something like that. Anyway, opening, yes, November 11th. It opened. It is producing energy, but still nothing fed into the public grid because they forgot to submit some regulatory papers. About a month later, it finally failed. So it failed in March. There you go. It failed in March. There's the local. I'll provide the link down below. You can go check it out. But basically, is this the fail article? Translate. I haven't looked at Fire Brigade. Had to move again. They had to call it. They have gone through full Brusaw. Oh, this is hilarious. They've gone through full Brusaw. The only thing they haven't done yet is shoveled the snow on it. So they've got tarps on there. And not only not feeding electricity back in the grid, it's also closed the cyclists. Warning beacons block the approximately 90-meter long track at both ends. The modules have disappeared under plastic tarpaulins. Oh, it's a... Oh, you gotta register. All right. You could often just like Google the name of it, you know, like the title or whatever, and Google will get through the firewalls on these things often. But anyway, yeah, apparently they called the fire brigade. There was smoke coming out of them. The modules melted, and yeah, oops. Because I presume like water got between them, or there were bad connections or something like that. And yeah, they just heated up and melted between the modules as it looks today. So yeah, August 6th. I've got, for those who don't know, my plugin to do this is Imgus. Oh, it's rotated in there. Yeah, I've got a plugin which when I move my mouse over stuff, you can program it and it auto like loads up images, auto plays videos and stuff. It's really quite cool. And here's a peek under the tarp. Look at this. Look at all the dirt and mud and crap embedded in there. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is really a joke. You can't even see the solar. Well, you'll be able to, actually you can. You can see the solar cell structure lines in here. We'll see this better. We'll see this closer up shortly. These are real, thank you very much, Frank. These are real high-res images, so I'm sure you can get the originals. There's weeds growing between them. This one's starting to spout. Go! Go, you little beauty. Weeds covering the side. I love it. Here we go. Look, it's a complete and epic fail. I don't know what the deal is here. Like they had solar on the top, so I'm not sure how they, still don't know how they interconnect. I assume there's some sort of connection system under there. But anyway, they've got like a silicon grout between them. It looks like they're just sort of laying on the surface, are they? Kind of? Or is that a base material down there? Anyway, you can actually see in here, looks awful with all the dirt. I think the solar cells are only between the bumps, as you can see here. You can see the solar cell structure on the side. They do, yeah, they're not on top of the bumps. So they're like, they fold back on the side of the bump there. That's really interesting. This would mean that nearly no power is generated if it's getting dirty. Because the dirt will get, this is genius. The dirt will get between the raised lumpy parts, and that's where the solar panels are. This is next level Brusaw genius. Really, this is fantastic. In the distance, some wind turbines. Yeah, in the distance, some wind turbines. This is generating 1/15 of energy. I don't think there are solar cells mounted on the roads. What nice, some Solar Freakn Roadway station roofs. Yes, why not put them on there? Awesome. Thank you very much, Frank. Okay, so it looks like they're screwed down. Looks, you can see this, they're screwed. They got 5 screws in there. They're screwed in more than one way. Anyway, yeah, so each one's screwed down to what though? Do they, like, there's no like concrete base under there really, is there? They said they can just lay them on top of existing surfaces. So yeah, I'm not sure of the exact details. If you've got more details, please leave it in the comments or on the forum thread here. Looks like the tarps don't cover. And apparently they got the labeling wrong. Power generation this year in kilowatts per hour. Yes, like slash kilowatts/hour, not kilowatt hours. So they got it. got it wrong, did they? Oops. Anyway, thank you very much, Frank, for going on site and documenting this. It's absolutely hilarious. So yeah, yet another epic Solar Roadways fail, and they're all gonna end up like this. It's just, look at this roof. Look at all that roof space. This roof space alone could have generated more power than this entire section here, and you really wouldn't have had to even clean it, and it would have it'd last 15, 20 years. And be dirt cheap, because it's like existing technology. Like, it's dumb. Really, it's dumb. So let me get this straight. This Soul Move company decides to do Solar Freakn Roadways years after the Brusaw's one has like already epically failed in many ways, and they decide to make these small modules that you have to interconnect. So automatically you've introduced an interconnection engineering problem with the losses and the potential failure points at all those areas, and then you decide to put the little knobby nodules on top, and then you try and claim that it somehow reduces noise, and then you try and claim that it's got a 20-year lifespan when it only lasted a month in practice before it caught on fire, and then you claim it's self-cleaning because it's got nanoparticles and the water can go between the modules where the connections have to be. Yeah. Winning idea. I mean, a better idea is actually solar roof tiles. I've done a video on Elon Musk's solar roof tiles. He wasn't the only one to do that, but that industry failed, presumably because, not because they didn't last. I think they would have been quite reasonable, but because you've got the huge interconnection problem of all these tiles on the roof. And then, wow, you're just adding so much complexity and potential points of failure and everything else. And it's a much you're expanding the engineering solution required for no real reason or gain at all. And then instead of putting them on the roof, you want to put them flat and then drive stuff on it. It failed with bikes, or just failed on its own, really. With the nodules on top, with the dirt that compacts between it. Oh, it's genius. Absolutely genius. Like, the delusion of the human race never ceases to amaze. How many times do I have to say it? Anyway, I can't help but pass on new Solar Roadways information, because it's the lol that keeps on giving. So that is Soul Move, German freaking railways. And they'll probably, I don't know if there was government funding. I assume because the ministers turned out that it was somehow government funded, as they almost all are. Why isn't the website working? The website's down. Must be powered from their own Soul Move. Anyway, that's brilliant. They went full Brusaw and fire trucks and everything. So that's a winner, chicken dinner. If you like the video, please give it a big thumbs up, share it, all that sort of stuff. Because YouTube doesn't share things a lot anymore. It's not a very sharing, caring YouTube, as in you. It's corporate tube these days. Anyway, hope you liked it. Catch you next time.